Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to do an update on a video we did yesterday talking about Disney leaving its customers holding the bag. Literally, Disney offered customers who were going to build a lightsaber in Galaxy's Edge a plastic bag instead of a carrying case as was advertised. Now, there were a lot of complaints. They didn't even offer a decent substitution or discount. Now they are offering 10%.
Which is taking it back to what it was before they raised the price a few months ago, like less than a year ago.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that because this really could have become a huge deal if they had not made good on their promise to give people a carrying case or give them a discount or something. Going back a couple of years, as many commenters pointed out, there was a situation with Bethesda, Fallout 76 promising canvas bags to backers who had paid over $200 for like the primo edition of the game, only to be disappointed with a nylon bag. And there actually was a class action lawsuit over it, or almost a class action lawsuit over it, but they did finally make good. So I think Disney avoided a huge disaster.
Yeah. But before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 251,000 subs.
Thank you for the support. We do talk a lot about Disney, having worked in and around the company for a number of years, and we've been declining the dismal decline of Disney.
We've been documenting the Disney
decline. the dismal.
There's a lot of D's. You know, when you have that many D's, your mouth just goes da 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 da.
Yeah, especially if it's like a triple D, and my mouth goes da 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 da. I'm kidding.
You better be kidding. You better be kidding. Anyway, so like the problem here too, besides the fact that they promised a carrying case and they weren't getting people one, people had an issue because they weren't being told up front there was an issue. Supply chain, I believe. Things happen. I believe that. The issue was people were coming in, and it was only like a recent thing. Like people were like, well, I was there 2 days ago. I think it's just like as of yesterday, around there.
Yeah.
People are coming in. They knew, the people that worked there knew there was no cases. And instead of saying to them when they came in, hey, as soon as you start your project, you can't get a refund, letting you know there are no cases. We only have plastic bags. It might be a problem for you. And give people an option and being honest and upfront, people might have been more, okay with it, but they weren't told anything until they were handed a plastic bag at the end. And they're like, how am I going to get this on my airplane? Or they could have at least offered to ship them to people's homes for free. Something like that, like we'll ship it for you or something, make up for it. Yeah. Or, we'll give you a discount at the Doc Ondar's $50 bag. We'll knock off half price or something to help you out, which is kind of what they're doing. They're cutting the price down by what, like $20, which is about a part of the bag at Doc Ondar's.
Yeah.
But they did say it was a carrying case, and no, Disney, a plastic bag does not quantify as a carrying case.
And that's what people were getting upset about. They were like, Disney cast members were trying to tell them that the plastic bag was the carrying case. The carrying case was complimentary, and, they weren't obligated to give it to you, even though on their website it says for $219, you get a carrying case in a plastic bag.
It's part of it's what you pay. It says for what you pay, here's what you're getting. So it doesn't say, but it's complimentary. We can take it away at any time.
Yeah, so now we have an update on WDW News Today.
Thanks to my friend who told me about it yesterday, who told me about this update.
Yeah, so that was pretty quick. I think they got a lot of backlash.
It was pretty quick.
Unfortunately, Disney in this day and age, in the CHEAPEC era of Disney, they only course correct when they're forced to. They don't do it, out of the gate, which they used to always give like top shelf customer service, and they just don't anymore.
Not like they used to. I'm not going to lie. I see so many complaints on different boards about it all the time. It's not like it used to be. Now, I understand the way it used to be led to a lot of entitled guests. And I'm going to tell you flat out, there are a lot of entitled people. But from my understanding, as of late, they have not been, doing the usual customer service that you've come to expect from Disney. And people have been having bad trips and saying there's been some bad behavior from people at Disney. And, people that are the pixie dusters are like, well, it's because they're just having a bad day and it's probably your fault.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, that's the thing we've talked about before, is it doesn't matter how abusive Disney is to its customers. They know you're going to come back. They get away with this because they know you're going to come back. And they only respond when they're called out in public. As Tom Corliss brings up, Today, in what has become the typical course of action for Disney World in the last few years, management once again responded to public shaming on social media.
That's what it takes, man. That's why we do what we do.
And has started to provide a discount on the experience. Sans sheaths. Guests are now being given, it should have been Sheaves. Sheath Palpatine. Sheath Palpatine. That's something I don't want to see. As another character.
That sounds like something else that you buy from the store.
It does, from the bathroom. Sheath Palpatine. Guests are now being given a 10% discount of roughly $22 per cast members. We spoke to at Savvy's today. The carrying case usually provided a black nylon case, which is actually, it's not super high quality, but it's decent.
Right. But I'm like, for the $22, they could have just offered to ship it for people. And then my next question is, what about people yesterday that got, shafted, no pun intended? Are they got the sheath? Are they gonna make give them money back? Or are they gonna, do something to make it right? Because now you have people who yesterday were told they have to have a plastic bag and there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
And today you're fixing it for other people. So I'm hoping that they're going to go back and fix it for others. I'm sure they will, because they don't want the publicity.
Yeah. Disney, again, this is the Disney difference now. Like, we've been, dunking on Disney for a couple of years now, but even when we were in their good graces, when we, worked with them and for them just a couple of years ago, they were much, much better at customer service than they are now. And they weren't charging as much.
Well, now the Disney difference is we try to get away with as much as we can till you notice.
Pretty much.
That's like their new mantra.
Well, the Galactic Starcruiser is going to be a disaster. I guarantee you it's going to be more budget cut than we can possibly imagine.
Well, I know somebody who saw what it was supposed to be and saw the plans, and then you see what we're seeing has come out now. It's huge decline.
Oh, yeah.
In what it was meant to be. Just like the original Galaxy's Edges were supposed to be much more than they ended up being. All that got put behind this paywall, and of that stuff, they've toned that down even more.
Yeah, it's so weird because, people were pointing out in the comments about, Harry Potter and Universal, how, you get the interaction with the wand and the wands don't break the bank. And,
sorry.
You
can interact with the wands. I'm sorry.
You can.
I wouldn't know, but I'll take your word for it.
There's a spell for everything.
They have little hand movements you have to do to make them work different ways, too. So I'm not wrong.
There's a joke in there, too, but we're not going to go there. Anyway.
Lightsabers are bigger.
Hold your wands high at Universal. Yeah, they didn't paywall the experience, though. It's all over the wizarding world that you can use, your wands, which that was what was supposed to happen with lightsabers. They were going to have, stormtroopers shooting at you and all this cool stuff, and then they're like, nah, it costs too much, and we're going to save it for the hotel.
Well, that and the fact that they thought about it, and they're like, wait, if everybody's out there with their lightsabers having battles and swinging it around, they're going to have a lot of lawsuits and people get injured. So I completely understand and agree with them on the reason that other than a picture taken, you should keep your lightsaber. But now you can't sheath it because there's no sheath.
I'll shoot your eye out, Karen. So anyway, this could have become Disney's bag gate. So we actually did another video on it this morning, and we have to re-record now because there's been an update. But as many commenters pointed out in our last video, there was a bag gate a couple of years ago in regards to Fallout 76. Fans were promised this really nice bag, and they didn't get that bag. And the backlash was so severe that it led to a class action lawsuit being proposed. I don't think it went through because they were only out a couple $100 or whatever, but they had to deliver the high quality bags.
Yep.
People were showing off their bags, and influencers were getting the good ones, I guess. But
because they want people to see them and then think, I'm going to get that too, and then go buy it and then turn around and.
Yeah, this is what the influencers were getting. They were getting a nice bag, and the plebs were getting this nylon crap.
Yeah, there's nothing like it.
Trade show crap, and they were very, very unhappy. But they did have to go back and manufacture the bags and deliver what they promised. And for a company this size, whether it's Bethesda or Disney, when you literally put on the website that this is included, And, as people point out, like the blade's not even protected as it is because those bags, even though they weren't super high end, they still had lining in them to protect your lightsaber.
Right.
$200,
Yeah, and like I said, for that $22, they could have just offered to ship them for people to their homes and things like that. But then it took a whole day of people, like us,
complaining,
going out there and putting it out there for them to actually to fix it and make it right. I mean, that's the one thing about being able to, part of the media is you're able to do this, but
you don't get free cupcakes though.
No, they don't. You guys get a discount, we just get more hate. But at least it did something. I mean, I think $20 is fair because it's not that big of a cover, and it gives you about half price off of a even better case.
Yeah, if you go to Doc Ondar's, you can get the $50. Now you know damn well that these are not $50 cases.
Well, you know what they're probably gonna do? They'll probably be $70 now.
Oh my God, they would do that.
They're already marked 50. They can't. But
Disney would totally do that. Yeah, because they jacked the prices of the lightsabers up $20 in April. So they totally would do that. They just
put it back to what the original price was.
Yep.
Because I mean, I'm sure it's a temporary thing. That's why the website hasn't changed. I am 100% sure it is a supply issue. Yep. I don't think they're lying about that at all. I know they've been having trouble with building lightsabers in general because they keep not being able to get the parts. When Doc Ondar's had special edition lightsabers and stuff, they keep selling out because they can't get them in.
Yep.
So I believe them on that. But I think it was really shitty that their answer was, just stick them in plastic bags and no one's going to notice.
Nobody's going to notice. Yeah, so do better, Disney. Do better.
Well, they're trying to here. I'll give them, they're doing something, but it took a lot of shit thrown at them to do anything.
I can't wait for the Galactic Starcruiser when they charge you $25 for a cocktail and they put it in a Solo cup and they'll tell you they put it in a Solo cup because Solo.
It's Han Solo.
It's in a Han Solo cup.
But that's the thing else. People are like, oh my God, they're going to charge extra for alcohol. I want to point out, we've mentioned this before on our videos. It's like they're treating it like the cruise line, and it's all inclusive, but that doesn't actually mean all inclusive, as we've told you before. Things like upscale dining, certain experiences, alcohol, all that is always charged in addition. By the base price, they mean that a couple certain meals that they have planned that they consider everybody gets, buffets, basic drinks.
All you can eat ice cream.
That was I don't know if they have it here, but on the cruise lines,
if there's any left. Because usually the ice cream machine was empty. Because I swear to God that the kids, they would just go over and just put their mouth on the nozzle and.
They probably did, but that kind of stuff is more, and I want to make sure people understand that. But anyway, there you go, guys. 10% off. You get to take your budget cut lightsaber home in a plastic baggie. That's the Disney experience. I cannot wait for this hotel. It's probably going to be more the same. I am hearing from the same person who told us about all of this that there's a possibility that they're hearing that that people from the Starcruiser hotel are going to be given special spots, like they're going to hold back reservations at both the droids and the build your own lightsaber the Savi's workshop, because to make room for the people that want to pay the upcharge from the Starcruiser when they come in, when they dock at Batuu. But we figured they would do that because you're paying all the money, you're going to get special treatment. I bet they get the Doc Ondar bags for free.
No, it won't be free. They'll throw it on the tab.
Well, I'm just saying because they're Starcruiser, so they'll get something, because it's not fair. They get the same thing that the plebs get.
You'll get a pin.
That's right. They do that a lot, actually. Watch them give you a pin.
Pay how much money to go on the Segway tour? You get a pin.
They do. That's their thing. They always, and you have all kinds of special pins from doing different things.
Yeah, if we would do media events, they would give us pins and stuff.
Back tours and stuff. A pin.
Yeah. We took you to the backside of Disney. Here's a pin. You were there.
And you have some special pins.
I do. All right. We're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
And bye.